Adviani Speaks. And today, guys, I want to come over and give you guys a movie review for a movie I just watched a couple of hours ago. I finished it about a few minutes ago. And that movie is Kabir Singh, starring Shahid Kapoor, Kiara Advani, and Suresh Oberoi. And I have a lot of feelings watching this movie. I normally don't do like to do a lot of movie reviews because it takes a lot for a movie to actually impress me, to actually want to do a video about it. Because many movies that I watch, although I like them, I'm not compelled to do a movie review because I probably forget about it later on or what have you. But watching this movie, Kabir Singh, I had a lot of emotions about it. I wasn't thinking I was gonna do a movie review until I watched it completely because I watched it in stages. Like you guys know, I'm a working mother and a wife, and so sometimes I don't have 2.5 hours to spend watching a movie throughout, unless I'm in a movie theater. So sometimes when I'm watching a movie on Netflix or regular Verizon or on demand, I would watch part of it, stop it, do something, go back to it, watch it, stop it, do that. And that's what happened with this movie. But the point of watching that movie at that point is that when you're watching it from the beginning, you don't really think to yourself that you're gonna like this movie because you're thinking to yourself that where are they actually going with this movie? But you have to watch it towards the end, towards the end, and then you see the beautifulness. I don't know if that's a word, but the wonderfulness and beautifulness of this movie. I totally love this movie for a number of reasons. When I started watching the movie, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it because although I believe Shahid Kapoor is a fantastic actor, as proven by his performances in Haidar and Uttar Punjab, when I was watching the role, especially when he meets Pretty. Sorry guys, if you've not watched Kabir Singh, this is spoiler alert. So if you've not watched it, you have to get off this video right now and go watch it because I don't want to spoil it for those of you who haven't watched it. This is just for those who have watched it, my take on the movie itself. So when Shahid Kapoor's character, who is Kabir, meets Pretty, the way the whole relationship started, the way they fell in love, the way he protected her in college, the way they fell in love, the opposition from her father for them being together, and he going into despair of having a drinking problem, a drug problem, over his obsession supposedly of Pretty. Um, I was thinking to myself that although Shahid Kapoor is a very, very good actor, I was almost upset because I thought that he was much more capable of doing much more than just this role. I was thinking to myself that maybe I should have watched the Tamil version of Kabir Singh, which is Arjun Reddy, and see if that's the way the actor in that movie did this role. Because I was thinking to myself that why does Shahid Kapoor's character have such a one-noteness of it? But then I realized, thinking to myself, that I did watch Hater, and in Hater, even though I don't think he was actually drunk in that movie, he was also under the influence at one point, had depression, he was sick. And so when I think to myself watching that movie, or even Uttar Punjab, because he was basically drunk and on drugs throughout the movie also in Uttar Punjab, I think to myself that that is not the way that Shahid Kapoor acted those roles in those movies. So I think to myself that this is the way the director wanted him to act in this movie. So that's why I decided to think to myself, okay, let me give this movie a chance. This is not just, I'm not going to be mad at Shahid Kapoor's performance because this is what the director wants him to do. Because I've seen him act a drunk and a druggy role before and it wasn't like this. So watching the movie, I liked it a lot. I didn't begin to. I'll have to tell you guys. I didn't begin to like the movie until towards the middle and towards the end. And the character itself of Kabir Singh was such um, a I don't know how to describe him. I don't know if I should call him a pathetic character or pathetic character or obsessive character, but I I've been married to my husband for 16 years, and I would hate to think to myself that how I would have felt when I was in love with him in the beginning. I'm still in love with my husband, of course. I'm still married to him, but I would hate to think myself that how I would have felt in the beginning of our relationship. Loving this person as much as Preeti and Kabir Singh loved each other, and having to let go of that love because of her father's dislike for the man, because supposedly he was the non-conventional groom that he wanted for his daughter, you know. So this movie has so much going for it because it just lets you know that sometimes parents themselves force their will on their kids, and it doesn't always go the right way. Sometimes, arranged marriages do work, But in this instance, it doesn't, because especially we're in the new world right now. We're in 2019, and even though some people it still works for them, it doesn't work for some other people. And in this situation where the father saw that, excuse me, because I have a cold. I'm sorry. When the father knew that both his daughter and the guy were in love with each other and still chose to deny it, it's a different situation because you feel to yourself, you think to yourself that you're doing the best for your child, supposedly for his daughter, but you also can tell that your daughter does not love this person and you're forcing it on your daughter just because you want to do so. How do you feel that? How do you think your daughter's gonna be happy in that relationship? Right now, the way we are now, I mean, if they've trained their daughter, which they trained their daughter, she went to school, she's very educated, she went to medical school. Why would they give her all that education on all that enlightenment in the real world and then force a groom that she doesn't want on her? So the misery that the pretty character and the Kabir character had to go through just because they were not together was just unnecessary but understandable for the storyline. Um, his despair into him losing his license, his medical license, because he was an alcoholic, he was a druggie, he just couldn't cope with the loss of his girl. And towards the ending, where he's chased out, where he loses his license, despite the fact that his parents and his family trying to make sure he got it, he told the truth at the hearing because he performed all his surgeries drunk, and so he had to lose his license for 5 years. Luckily, he didn't go to jail, but he only lost his license for 5 years. I think in America you probably go to jail, but I digress. And also, him getting better when his grandmother died, him getting better. I'm thinking to myself that okay, he's better. Maybe he's gonna try to move on, find another girl, what have you. And then he meets Pretty again. She's pregnant, and when he meets her, at that point, I'm thinking to myself that are you still gonna go meet her? Because she's obviously married and pregnant, but his love never lost. He still went to go meet her, and her love never lost also because she was mad at him for what he did, giving her 6 hours to make up her mind, which we all know, not only in the India culture, but even in the African culture, it's very difficult for you to marry a man that your parents do not like. It's very difficult to verge into marriage with somebody that your parents do not like. It doesn't mean that your parents will actually choose a husband for you like back in the day. But it's also like if you're dating somebody, you have to make sure that the person you're dating, as long as you know that this person you want to marry is in good terms with your families, whereby when it gets to that certain time in the relationship, when it becomes a marriage situation, it goes seamlessly without any problems. And that I think was what the problem was in this movie. They didn't have a good foundation to start with the father and Kabir, and because Kabir is so outspoken, they thought he was pompous and what have you. And it was just basically confidence and I guess his personality, which she obviously loved, but he never gave her a chance to actually speak to her dad and make them understand. Although at that point, I don't even know, I don't think to myself that her father would have listened to her regardless of whatever the situation. But I guess she was mad at Kabir because he didn't give her a chance to do what she could do on her dad. And because she thought he had moved on because he didn't come look for her, she ended up marrying the guy her parents wanted her to marry, only to leave him 3 days later. And then finding out she was pregnant with Kabir Singh's child. So I like towards the end where he goes back to meet her, tells her that even though the child in your belly is not mine, I will take care of it. I'll be the father. That was what showed her that he still loved her, and that was how she was able to tell him that this is your child, this is what happened, yada yada yada. And he brought her home, and his family were happy because they knew he was in love with her, and they knew that it was your grandchild in her belly, and her father came back to apologize for keeping them separate all along. It was just a beautiful, beautiful story. I have to tell you guys the one part that really, really made me cry. And thinking about it, I'm trying to cry. I'm gonna cry again. It's very, very unlikely that you guys will understand why I'm crying for this part. That's the reason. The reason I'm crying. Now, the one part where I was crying in this movie review was when his grandmother died, and then he went to go, and then Kabir Singh went to meet his father and told his father not to worry, that he was there for him. I kept thinking to myself, even though his father was older, he still felt that he felt it that his mother died. And my mother is 67 years old. My mother is my best friend. I kept thinking to myself that what would I do if I was being told that my mother passed away right now? I know it's inevitable that's gonna happen someday. I just pray it doesn't happen anytime soon. But it's just a feeling like no matter how old you are, no matter how old your parents are, when they die, you feel it. Even though people say, "Oh, that they're old, they've lived a long life. You shouldn't be that sad." You're still sad because that's your mother, that's your father, that's your parents, and you're sad, and you don't feel good about it because that's the person you knew that gave birth to you, and that made me cry. It's really, really unlikely that would make anybody else cry unless they're feeling the same way I'm feeling. Because my mother is my best friend, and I can't even imagine anybody taking her from me right now. You know, but that's where I was tearing a lot, and my husband was asking me what was wrong. I couldn't tell him that it was because it was so unlikely. It was such a little part of the movie, although it was a catalyst that brought Kabir Singh back to his family, but it was such a little part in the movie. But all in all, I give that movie an A grade because I thought it was a fantastic, active, fantastic movie, fantastic score. I love the music in the movie, fantastic music. I love the score. I love the acting. I love the location shots. I love Kiara Advani. I didn't know she was that great an actress, and she did a really good job in this movie. And of course, Shahid Kapoor was fantastic in this role. I just love that he's stretching his muscles with his roles. This is just a really, really a good role that he had to bring out so much emotion, acting this role, and he did a fantastic job. And I'm really, really happy about this movie. I hope it gets recognized next year in the Film Awards or whatever award shows that you guys have in India for him to be nominated for something because he did a fantastic job in this role. So, like I said, I'm giving Kabir Singh 2 thumbs up. I loved it, and if you guys haven't watched it, you should watch it because it was a fantastic movie. So that's it. That's my review. Let me know what you guys think about it. For those of you who have watched it, do you agree with my reviews and my comments about it? Let me know in the comments below the bar. And also, guys, if you want to see more reviews like this, please subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to hit the bell button for all notifications when I drop my video. I'm Yeti Speaks. This is my review for Kabir Singh. Till next time, guys. Bye bye.